Hey everyone, and welcome to this video where we are going to talk about growth partnerships. It's a very trending offer nowadays and almost everyone is a growth operator. So if you're familiar with this term, that's awesome because I'm going to show you what exactly you're doing wrong with your offer if you're not scaling to 100K or $1 million per month with this offer specifically. Because I know people out there who have scaled just one offer to 150K and this would be a slow month. So I want to show you how you can do the same. And if you're not doing the same, then there are reasons behind it. It's not magic. It's not the world hates you or anything like that. So let's start with the first thing. What is a growth partnership? A growth partnership is basically you go through the entire sales process, you onboard your client, and then you're fulfilling. But instead of providing a service, like for example, just running ads for your clients or creating content for them, now you deliver on an outcome. For example, you tell them, I'm going to bring you this many clients, or I'm going to bring you this many leads, or I'm going to create this content infrastructure that gets you this many followers, right? So this is what a growth partner is all about. And the reason why it is very trending nowadays is because there are a lot of benefits to it as you get a commission on the performance, right? You don't want to get just a flat rate or like a base, but you actually get a base and a growth commission. Now, when it comes to growth partnerships, a lot of people are doing them wrong, completely wrong. And while it seems easy on the outside to run a growth partnership offer, you can imagine as you're building for your clients all the solutions they need to be successful, and clients love it because they have someone who really cares for success. In reality, for you, it can turn into a nightmare because you are going to build one thing, a second thing. Now you're going to run ads for them. Now you're going to do content. Now you're going to do SEO. And then the question is, where does this end? So if you're looking to have the right systems behind this, then you need to watch this video. And please watch it until the end. Now, as I explained here, this is what a growth partnership is. You can see also on ChatGPT, ask your questions. You're going to get the same answers as I just shared with you. So now let's go into this. What are the pros and the cons? The first one, if you do it right, you can win big time. I know people out there who are winning big time, and some of my clients are winning big time. And you can make more than a traditional agency on retainer. You can rely on your performance and not on the client's performance. As you may know, if you're an agency owner, you have a lot of your clients who can't even close deals, or they don't even call the leads that you're bringing them. So then they are blaming you for the performance, and it's actually really their fault. The next one is you can charge more upfront for the infrastructures. For example, you can sell the growth partnership as, okay, I'm going to get you this result, and I'm also going to build this infrastructure, which they find very useful. What could be the infrastructure? Well, it could be, for example, you getting them a content infrastructure, making it easy for them to repurpose content and create content for their business. So that means you are now charging more upfront because they find it more valuable. And the last one is you are different from other agencies. Most agencies, they don't want to commit to growth partnerships because it takes a lot of work. And this is what I want you to prevent from happening, is working way too much and then wondering if you should have run an agency at the end of the day. Now let's look at the cons. This can turn into a very complex beast if it's not systemized, right? You can imagine you have to build a bunch of systems, a bunch of infrastructure. You have to get a lot of results to your clients. So it can get very complex, very easy. And especially if you have multiple clients, this can become literally a beast, because for one client, you need to do ads. For another client, you need to do TikTok. For another client, you need to do content. You need to be more specific to make this scalable. All right. And then clients may abuse this partnership. Now, suddenly you have to build their entire business and carry their entire business. So this can be a con and something that can really make growth partnerships a terrible business model. The next one is you may not be profitable if you don't bring results. So since it is performance-based, your results really matter here. It can also be very hard if you're going to scale this because you need to bring results to a lot of clients, and that can take a lot of work. Now let's go into the slow and terrible delivery. Why a lot of growth partners are terrible at delivering and they go back to running an agency or even going back to their 9-to-5. The reason for that is because they don't understand the urgency behind these offers, right? The first thing you need to make sure is that you're not taking your sweet time to launch. You should launch ASAP. Nothing should take more than 2 to 3 weeks to launch. If you're taking 3 months, 4 or 5, then you are too slow. You're doing things inefficiently. You need to revisit your entire structure, your entire plan, and make sure you can launch within 2 to 3 weeks. It doesn't matter how complex an account is. It doesn't matter how many logins you need to get access to. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you should have launched something. If you haven't, then you need to be open to this feedback. Go back, revisit your offer and see what you're doing wrong. The next one is you are overthinking things. as you're building a lot of infrastructure for your clients, and maybe you're bringing appointment setters, you're running ads for them, and a bunch of other things, then if you're taking things slow and you're trying to be perfect with every single step that you're executing, then you're doing this wrong. Because in order to get ahead, you need to get out of your head and you need to act fast. The reason for that is because you have some opportunities that are literally waiting for you to execute and launch. You don't need to do all this fancy stuff. You don't need to have the perfect branding. You don't need to have the perfect creatives, because if an offer is good, then it's going to work. So stop overthinking things and stop building things that you may not even use ever. So imagine this: if you take 3 months to build an infrastructure or like a growth offer and that does not work, you have wasted 3 months. But if you take 2 to 3 weeks to build it, then you get fast feedback and you can act on it the right way. So let's go on to the next one. You add too many unnecessary things. You won't use 80% of what you've built. It's only with experience that you know what is the right way or the wrong way to go about things, and what is unnecessary and what is necessary. So come up with your MVP, launch it, and then see what else you need to add there. You can always add things, but it slows you down and you are procrastinating if you're taking a lot of time to perfect things and then launch slowly and securely. It's never going to be 100%, so you need to just jump in. The fourth is your onboarding. If your onboarding sucks, then your growth partnership is going to suck. And what does it look like to suck? Things are taking too long. You are waiting for logins from clients. Client communication is slow. Everything is all over the place, and 3 weeks in, you're asking still for some logins. This is a really poor onboarding experience. Or for example, you had an onboarding call with a client, you started building on a strategy, and now your client is telling you that they're going to completely switch niche or they're going to completely switch offer. You need to be made aware of all these things on your onboarding. That is very important. So please pay attention to your onboarding, because it is a stepping stone to success. And if you don't have an amazing client onboarding experience and you know it already, then check in the description below the one-click onboarding that I have created. You can literally install it in 30 minutes, and from there you can have an amazing onboarding experience. So you need to have all these things in place. One-click onboarding, you need to set the right expectations throughout the onboarding process, and you need to get on a call with your client ASAP. Don't try to procrastinate or move things for later just because you close the client. You are getting started just now. And the fifth thing is you don't know how to set boundaries, right? You don't want to be that person who will do all the work and you keep on working for your clients endless days, endless hours, because you want to get a happy client and an amazing testimonial. You need to set boundaries, and you need to tell your client, hey, this is not part of the scope. So you understand that you're delivering certain things, your client understands that as well, and you are on the same page. You don't want to work on random projects for your client. Now you start building their entire business, and it's not just a growth partnership, it's just you working for free for them. And the sixth one is you don't track revenue and profits. If you're not tracking revenue and profits, then how are you going to get paid? How can you trust that the client is giving you the right numbers? You need to make sure that from the get-go you have access to all your clients' accounts. They can give you view access, so you know what exactly is coming in and what exactly is coming out. And you need to agree on a baseline. So if you're going to get a percentage of the upside of what you're bringing to your clients, then you need to agree on the baseline. You need to have a view on the 3 months before you jump in, what their numbers look like, so then you can get paid your growth commission. The next one is if you don't have your systems and processes in place, you don't have standard processes to deliver to your clients, it's going to take you a lot of time to deliver. It's going to become hectic, and you're going to start working night shifts just to get them the results that you promised them. Lastly, if you don't have delivery roadmaps, I've talked about this on a separate video. You can check up below to find the video where I explain what a delivery roadmap is. It is literally the secret key for you to deliver to your clients and also remove yourself, because you don't want to be part of the machine. You want to operate this machine, but you don't want to work on the day-to-day operations or manage 5 to 10 client accounts and have no personal life whatsoever. All right. So what you want to do is go from here to being the person who is taking all this junk and working for free for your client just to maybe have them happy. You want to end up being in a place where you can make a ton of money, right? You want to be that 1% of growth partners that are making a bunch of money. And I have seen these people, and these people exist. And that's why this offer is so lucrative, and it's so amazing to run a growth partnership offer, because you can make a lot of money without doing crazy work. So work with deadlines and have more urgency, all right? Come in prepared to all your client calls, to everything you're doing with your clients. You need to come in prepared, and you need to know what is the purpose of everything that you're doing. Don't start building random stuff just for the sake of building, because maybe it could get results to your clients. You need to be very sure and very certain what has worked before, what is the market looking like right now, and what is going to work in the future. The next one is you need to drop the bad clients, and you need to leave the scarcity on the side and start working with the clients that will actually appreciate and truly value what you bring on the table. Because there are people out there who are looking for partners just like you, but just because you're busy with your bad clients, you don't see them. The next one is don't build perfect infrastructures. Focus on speed first. Stop working 3 months for free for your clients. Get things launched and get started. And also, you need to launch weekly. Don't wait until week 3, week 4, week 5. Start launching on a week-to-week basis. Here's this infrastructure. Here's the ad account. Here are the ads. Here's the copy. On a weekly basis, you need to be making progress with your team, because also your team shouldn't be slacking. All right. It's not just about the client abusing the system. It could be also your team. They're lazy. They're not productive. They're complacent. It's not working. All right. Fix all of this. Next one, don't over prepare. Focus on the needle moving activities and fix your onboarding to collect a lot of data. Here I'm showing you exactly how I collect, for example, the logins for some of my clients, where I'm asking from the get-go, share your passwords, share your trackers, share your tools, share your communication channels, share your finances, your booking links. Everything is happening on the onboarding. And as I said before, you can find the tools on how to onboard your clients in the link in the description with the one-click onboarding. The next one is telling your clients that this would be a separate project. You need to be clear on what this is all about and what it isn't. You need to have a project scope from the get-go, and that is basically a list of what you're going to do for your client, what is the timeline, and how you're going to deliver. Super important. Build the systems so you can capitalize on the result that you have created for the first 1 or 2 clients, and then you start scaling with more clients. And lastly, create deliverable roadmaps. You can find, again, the link right somewhere here on the video where you can learn exactly how to create deliverable roadmaps. So guys, this is all about growth partnerships, okay? If we were to summarize everything, it can become a risky business model because you're going to put in a lot of sweat, a lot of work. But if you do it the right way, this does not have to be your sweat. It doesn't have to be your work. It can be automations. It can be systems. It can be deliverable roadmaps, all right? So don't end up being that person who is taking a lot of junk, a lot of work for your clients, and you're getting nothing in return. You want to make sure that this is going to work for you and it is a scalable and leveraged offer, all right? Otherwise, you can just simply go back to running an agency. So with that being said, if you are a growth partner and you found this valuable, let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking to scale to 100K or $1 million per month, you can always schedule a call with me or my team with a link in the description, all right? So we have growth partners that have done this before, so I'm sure we can help you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.